welcome everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. We've got a lot of good information for you guys online. Hello, my name's Jeff Adkins. For those of you who I haven't met here, look forward to doing so. It's my honor and privilege to introduce our speaker tonight. She's a young lady who's setting records here with our company. You know, you don't meet too many young people with the kind of heart that this woman has. She's just a servant leader. She spends most of her time doing mission work, both here locally and overseas, and that's just where her passion is. She's built a church over in India with the money that she's made with our company. She's pledged even more money to building an orphanage over in India, and when it comes to building the business here locally, she's actually the person that's responsible for bringing this opportunity to Indiana and why we're all here. You know, she's already a regional, which is a car qualified position in our company, and she's going to be setting even more and more records. Looking forward to big things out of this young lady, Miss Lydia Abbott.
Thank you. That was really nice.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for coming tonight. I appreciate it, and I'm glad that we're streaming it again. We haven't streamed it in a while. And for those of you watching, welcome. And I just want to let you know that my number periodically will be on the screen. So if you have any questions, you can text me. I have my phone in my hand, and I'll try to get you an answer to your question. But basically, Jeff said it all. I'm glad. It's one thing to talk about other people, and it's another thing to talk about yourself. So thank you. So Pay to Save is a savings company, as most of you know. They're out of Murrieta, California, and I came on board about 15 months ago to Indiana, and obviously nobody knew about Pay to Save. It was brand new concept. Yeah, if you could turn on and off, thank you. Perfect. You're just reading my minds. These big ones. Turn them, yeah, when we start. And then when I stop it like I normally do, you can turn them on. Thank you. So I came 15 months ago. No one knew about Pay to Save. Kind of giving you guys some background because there are some new people in the room. So I want to give you guys a full scope on this. I had no idea how big it was going to be or how much it was going to explode, but it's pretty exciting to be at the forefront of a new company. I was telling the guys over here, it's pretty cool to be at the right place at the right time. Even though sometimes you got to go through, you know, bumps in the road, it's worth it, believe me. So let's get started here. Pay to Save is out of Murrieta, California. It's a debt-free company, but more importantly, it was profitable at month 7, which is a big deal. And I sometimes forget to say that, but they've been very blessed. So I'm doing a little bit of a new slideshow tonight. We're just going to see how it goes. I kind of wanted to simplify it, but this is a word-of-mouth incentivized sharing company. That's all it is. We basically we get paid to share an app. We keep more and make more. So this is what the app looks like. So number 1, we save money all over town. When I came on board, this app did not have all of these big box retail stores. It was simply just an app that we could go out and we could put local merchants on board. That's all it was. So obviously when I came to Indiana 15 months ago, you would download the Pay to Save app and then you would delete it because there really wasn't anything on it to give it value. So we've come a long way in 15 months because now we have big box retail stores. We have a lot of things we're going to talk about. So when you're going to start Pay to Save in another city, another state, a little city out in the boonies, you can do that because our app now has so much value. So while you're building the local merchant marketplace, the app has value and people are going, I mean, there's stores that people are going to shop at anyway. It's just now they're going to be able to save money. So number 2, Cashback portal. This is really cool, and it's kind of ironic that we have Groupon and Living Social on our app as well, because you would think that we're kind of butting heads with them, but it's really cool because we've in some words we've partnered with them. So you can go to Groupon or Living Social. I do that. I have those apps on my phone, but now I just go through Pay to Save to get to Groupon because now when I buy those same Groupon ads, I'm going to get cash back. And it's really cool. It's going to send you an email saying, congratulations, you just made this much money cash back on the Groupon that you were going to buy anyway. Now, these are all ways for us to save money. We're just talking about you having the app right now. We're not even talking about you making money from sharing the app. These are just ways you're going to make money and save money. So, sorry, it's messed up a little bit, but make more. So, incentivized sharing. Some people say, well, what's the difference between this, Retail Me Not, Groupon, Living Social? The difference is incentivized sharing. So we're getting paid now for our word of mouth advertisement. I remember back in 2007, I was living in Mexico, going to school there, signed up for Facebook, and one of the things was, can we access all your emails and ask all of your friends to sign up for Facebook? Well, of course I said yes, because it's a social media site. I want all my friends to be on there with me, but they didn't pay me. And how many years? A few years later, they cashed in for $104 billion. $104 billion, but we did not get paid. But it was because of our friends and our friends' eyeballs that they made all that money. So when someone says, what's the difference between paid to save and retell me not or something like that, well, do you get paid when you tell your friend about Groupon or Living Social? Oh, and when they buy something on Groupon, do you get paid? Well, no. Well, we do here at Paid to Save. So that is really the simple, quick answer to that. So we share the app. It's free to download in your app store. If people buy anything, you get paid. That's really, I like to focus on this and kind of, burn it in your brain, because there's a lot of things we're going to cover tonight in a short amount of time, don't worry. But it all comes back to this. This is how simple this concept is. And we all know this works because we've already seen Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all of these other companies, prosper off of our word of mouth advertisement. And finally, it's our turn. So here we go again. And I like to talk about Candy Crush. 1 billion people played that. They profited 2 years ago at $500 million. And it's a free game that people download. They make their money, obviously, off the advertisements. But what was the incentive? The incentive was when you're dying, when you're running out of a life, and you're on level 273, and you don't want to die, or lie, something's going to come on saying, hey, we'll give you a free life if you let us access your Facebook account. And can we invite all of your Facebook friends? Well, of course, people say, yes, just do it. So that's why we all get annoyed with all the Candy Crush. But they had the right idea, genius idea, in fact. So Pay to Save kind of took that same idea, and we thought, okay, if millions of people are willing to press that button because they're incentivized by a free life, they'll probably press the button to share an app that's going to save and make money if they make a little bit of cash. So we're not going to give people a free life in a virtual game. We're going to give them cash when they share it with their friends. And keep in mind, it's a free app, and you're not selling anything to your friends. We're not trying to change buying habits. We're not trying to convince someone they need to buy this product over that product. We don't care what people buy, but whatever they do buy, we get paid. So it's free. Everything I just told you is free. You can do everything for free. So mobile revolution. This is the one device you can't live without. Unfortunately, that's true. I have a break when I go overseas a lot of times from my phone, but I would rather have my phone than I would my purse or my wallet, because everything is in there. In fact, I can even pay for things on my phone. So if you're going to be, there was a guy I was talking to, and he was from another company, and I forgot what it was. It's a great company, actually. And I got him on the phone with the guy that kind of came up with this idea. And he said something that just really stuck out to me. He said, what you're doing is a great company. In fact, he had been in that company, and what they're offering is amazing. But he said, you have to think of it this way. What is the big thing right now? Because right now you're not going to be going out and you're not going to be selling Walkmans or laptop computers or even cell phones, because everyone sells those, and you can get them on Amazon for so cheap. So why would you want to buy them? So the key is to find something that's going on now that is the next big thing, or that is the big thing, and that really is mobile, and that's apps. This is pretty self-explanatory, but you can tell me what the next big opportunity is. It's definitely mobile. I mean, obviously these numbers down here are crazy numbers because we have people that have more than one cell phone, more than one account, but it just goes to show that mobile phones are really they're topping it. So, income stream number 1. They keep these numbers low, but even if you only gave away the app to 20 people, okay? Those are your 20, only your 20. None of these are your personal people. You know, maybe you've invited your people on social media, on Facebook. They're just taking a very low percentage. 20 people download the app. Those are now your personal people that are connected to you. Those 20 people, because there's a button inside of our app that says make money. So this is going to catch on. This is going to also fall into the hands of people that get this industry, that understand compensation plans, and they're going to want to share it. So if those 20 friends of yours share it with, let's say, their 200 friends, 10% of them download it, these are big numbers, guys. But we all know this has already been done. It's already been proven with all of the other social networking sites out there. So this isn't really too big to comprehend, and especially me, after only 15 months in the company, I'm starting to see some of these big numbers. And I would probably not have believed anyone that told me that back when I first came on, but it's very easy for me to be up here and excited because I've made a lot of money and I've done a lot of great things, and most of all, I've met such amazing people and have an amazing team. So obviously, I'm going to be up here being very hyper because it works. So, compensation plan. So we're going to get into what the compensation plan is for those of you that are interested in joining us as a partner, because we're looking for people that share a vision. I'm not interested in convincing anyone to be part of Pay to Save because I want people who are looking and want more out of life. And I was joking a little while ago, I was in rush hour traffic, and I was just saying, thank the Lord I do not have a job that I have to go to 9 to 5 and come home in rush hour traffic. I don't do that very often, so I'm spoiled. So today coming home, it was horrible. It took me like over an hour to get where I'm going, and it's 20 minutes away. So there's a lot of reasons why I do what I do, but traffic is one of them. So getting started, I like to put this up front because the whole time you're probably thinking, okay, how much does it cost to get started? So to get started, it's a one-time fee of $3.99. That's basically the money that you pay to be on a platform to make money to infinity. That's kind of how I see it. We give you a lot of awesome benefits. A lot of things come along with that $3.99. But the way I saw it when I first came on board, I didn't even know we got all of these things. But I thought, okay, cool, $400 makes sense. Okay, I mean, that's what starts, that it takes a lot more money than that to start your own business. And then it's going to be $50 a month, $49.95 a month, and that's going to be your overhead. But don't worry, I'm going to tell you how that goes away because I've never paid that. So, let's see what's next. Income stream number 1, we've already talked about this, but to go over it a little better, let's say you give away the app to friend number 1. And to give away the app, you're either going to text them a link through the app. Like you can go into your Pay to Save app, you can go in where it says invite friends, and then you can text them a link. Okay, it's going to already have your contacts in there. Text them, Facebook them, email a link. If you email them the link, everything's embedded. So even if, let's say, you text that person and they accidentally delete your text message, it's embedded and it knows that you sent it to that cell phone. So if that person weeks later goes to their app store and they want to download Pay to Save, it knows that came from you. So, or you can just say, hey, go to your app store really quick, download Pay to Save, it's free. Okay, it says I need a referral ID. Oh, here's my referral ID, 47206. They're only going to need to put that in one time, but that connects that person. Then that person is now going to have their own referral ID. And whatever that person does, whether they're going to bring on merchants, nonprofits, give away the app, bring on more brand partners, everything streams back to you. And you get a percentage of everything to infinity. It never ends. So you give the app away to friend number 1, and you're going to make 15% of whatever friend number 1 uses. Like if they buy something on Groupon, they use the scanner, whatever it is, you're going to make 15% of whatever Pay to Save makes. Okay? If friend number 1, and keep in mind, these are people that are using the app to save money. Okay, they're buying things, yes, but they're saving money. It's just that you're getting paid. So friend number 1 is going to give it to friend number 2. Friend number 1 is going to make 5%, you're going to make 10. Okay? Now friend number 1 now is done. They're only ever going to make money off their friend number 1 right there. But as soon as that friend shares it, you're going to get paid 10% and that person, but friend number 1's out because they're just a free app user. They haven't paid money. To me, the best way to explain it is they have not come on that platform to make money from all the friends to infinity and beyond. So that's the beauty of coming on as a partner. So, and this kind of keeps going. And they're going to put some numbers kind of back in the beginning. We talked about how much money, and it's kind of going off of the percentages. It's a lot of money, yes, but going back to that 16,000 people, even if you only made 10 cents per month per person, that's still 16 grand a month. So it can definitely add up. And we're at the forefront. So another way, income stream number 2 is double cashback. As a brand partner, coming on as a brand partner, this is automatic. You get double cashback. Now when you're shopping at Groupon, instead of getting 2.4% cashback, you're going to get double that, or whatever it may be. It's always doubled. But if you decide, you know what, I just want to download the app and use the app to save money and make a little money when I get cash back, well, you can pay a one-time fee of $29.95 and get double cashback for life, one time, all the time. So that's also an option that you can get. I think the next one is talking about, okay, so this kind of has the percentage is doubled if you buy that double cashback. And that, adds up pretty quickly. It's a one-time payment. It's definitely worth it if you're only ever going to have the app and you're not going to look into the business. You definitely want to get at least double cashback. Costco, good example. Sorry, this is kind of messed up. But, Costco, for $100, you can buy a membership and get 2% cash back, but you have to spend $5,000 in order to make back that $100. So if you shop a lot, if you have a big family like mine, you'll probably get your money back, but that's something that you have to renew every year, and we're only asking $29.95 one time for you to have double cash back. But don't buy that if you're already a brand partner, because that's automatic. That comes with it. One of our newest things is very exciting to me just because there's a lot of apps out there that scan things, but our app will scan the item that you're looking at. And my mind always thinks about, can I buy that cheaper on Amazon? That's just kind of how I think. So when you go into Best Buy or Bed Bath & Beyond or whatever it is, and you see a camera, a computer, you can scan it, and it will show you all the places that's cheaper, where you can buy it cheaper. Same exact thing, but also buy all the places where you can buy it cheaper through the app. It's going to have the cash back next to it. If you buy it here, same thing, and cheaper. Oh, and you're going to make cash back. So there are other, people, when I tell people this, they're like, well, there's other apps that do scanners. That's true, there are. But are those apps giving you cash back for your purchase? So now we're not only talking about little 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, 15 cents. We're talking about dollars. Because these could potentially be big items, computers, TVs, washer, dryer, you name it. But you have to kind of think big. You have to think about maybe those 20 people that you gave the app away to. What if they start sharing? We know the power of social media, and those people are scanning things and buying things. That all comes back up to you, all of it. They're actually making cash back too, but they're also creating revenue through the app, and it's all coming back up to you. So this is really exciting to me. I kind of tested out at home with some things that I have, and I did it with a Phase 10 card deck, and it showed me all the different places I could buy Phase 10, and I could get it cheaper, and I could get the double cash back, which is kind of cool. So income stream number 3 is endless online transaction. This is we've already kind of talked about this, but there's just a broad spectrum of what we're going to be able to do with this app. It's not just one thing. And yes, it's a new company. Yes, it's going viral, but the most important thing, it hasn't yet. We're still kind of swimming out to the wave. We're not riding the wave yet. There's some of us that have made a lot of money, but this is kind of on you do what I don't have a full-time 9-to-5 job. I can do this. I have a big network of people, but you know what? Facebook and social media is really why I've succeeded, because it's easy to get it out there. It's easy to give away something that's free. So this is income stream number 4, which is really exciting because we just basically came out with this about 2 months ago, which is nonprofits. So you guys have to think big here, because you may say, well, I'm not really an outgoing person. I don't know a lot of people. Yeah, but you may know those small amount of people that know a lot of people. So yesterday I was with one of our newest brand partners, and his dad is a bishop of the your church, Jennifer, United Methodist. Lutheran, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope that didn't offend you. He's the bishop. He's the bishop of the United Methodist Church. There's 1,200 of them in Indiana. So I went, and I did not tell them about the brand partner. I only went, they wanted me to tell them about the nonprofit. It's so simple, and it's so easy. So I showed them that 3-minute Steve Jobs movie, or video, just to show them like the concept of going viral and the app that we have. And then I went over the nonprofit, and they were thrilled. They're like, he said, good job, son. You thought I'd be interested? I am. And, I can tell that their minds are spinning. They're like, oh, my goodness, we have 1,200 churches. Every church can kind of be its separate entity. It was just cool to see someone that, although we are new, they got how big this could be. And it's going to raise money for their organizations or their mission projects. This is huge. If you know anyone that has a nonprofit, basically that's opening up a network of people that you wouldn't have otherwise. So we can't think in terms of one by one all the time, because that one by one might know a nonprofit this is going to bless, number 1. Number 2 is going to open up to potentially thousands of people, because it's not even people in their network, it's people that they know, that they know, that they know, that they know. And you may have someone download this in Hawaii who's big time in the multi-level marketing industry, who gets this, who's a guru, and they're going to know there's something more to this. that button that says make more money, it'll take you as far as you want to go, telling you what's next. Oh, and you can do this. Well, you may have someone sign up in your line, and you may never know them, and you may never meet them. But they're going to open up another potentially another like 1,000 people for you. Who knows? But this is really, really, really key, and we're really excited to have nonprofits because it's completely free. Where we have to pay $400 or $200 to come on board as a brand partner, nonprofits can come on completely free. And they can give away the app, and even if they only give away the app to their 1,200 people, all the 1,200 people's friends to infinity, they're going to get some kind of percentage from it. So it just keeps going. Brand partners that come on, they may come on 1,000 connectors down, but as soon as they upgrade to be a connector, they're going to show up in that nonprofit's back office, and that nonprofit's going to make that $90 or whatever it is. Income stream number 5, this is exciting. A lot of people are into this, is the merchants. This is kind of why I brought it to Indiana. I met with another guy today through a Chamber of Commerce, and it just made sense to him. I mean, it was really cool to talk to someone. It was a 10-minute across the table, explaining to him how this works. And he said, okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to take it before our board because this just makes sense. We really are on the side of the merchant. So for those of you who don't know, if you bring on a merchant, they can go on our app free of charge. There's no upfront fees. And the only time they pay is when someone comes in and they redeem an offer. And they're only going to pay 10% or the minimum of $1.75 or the minimum of $1 if it's a restaurant, okay? So, I mean, we need to build our team first. We need to build our army of people to go out because we're only one person, right? But at some point, all of us are going to be going out and getting 1 or 2 or 10 or 20 merchants, and we're going to be building Indiana. We've built it pretty good, I think, in a year's time. But can you imagine everyone? I mean, Paid to Save goal is to make Paid to Save a household name, just like Google, Facebook, Amazon. I mean, I kind of picture, hey, have you checked for those shoes on Amazon? Did you check eBay? What about Paid to Save? That's their goal. And it's going to be a very obtainable goal. It's just that now that's a goal, but all of us are going to get a little piece of the profits because we're the ones who share this, and we're the ones who started it first here in Indiana. And again, guys, I can't even stress to you enough, like, it's very possible. And that's why we stress building your team, sharing this with people that are like-minded, business-savvy, entrepreneurs that want more, because I couldn't have done this alone. Literally, I shared this, just so you guys know, I shared this with 10 people. 10 people, and in 3 months' time, I had 250 people. These are just brand partners. These are not app users. These are people that came onto the business. And now I have a lot more than that. And I'm thinking that's in 1 year, and your first year in a company is usually the hardest. So if at least one person, I mean, it happens to be me, but if somebody can make that happen, then you guys can make that happen too. Maybe slower, maybe quicker, but you guys can do it too. So let's move on then. So income stream number 6, what do you get for your $3.99? You're going to get 25 of those cashback memberships. So they're just basically giving you a way to earn your money back. You're paying $400 to get on the platform to make money to infinity, right? But they're going to give you 25 of those codes, which means you can sell them, you can give them away. I'm only charging $20 for mine because everyone likes a deal. So if you come across people and they're really not interested in the whole brand partnership, or maybe it's just not their thing, but they get the whole double cash back, you can say, hey, you know, you can go to the company and buy that for $29.95, or I can sell them to you for $20. Okay, you can sell all 25 years and make your money back very, very quickly. Okay, so they're giving you 25 of those, and then you get 4 dream shares. Dream shares just mean they're 4 8-day vacations anywhere in the world you choose, and most of the time they're as cheap as $340 or $320 for 8 days, and they're a little bit more expensive when you're going to Europe or somewhere like that. But these are pretty amazing deals. You can sell those if you want. You can give them away. They never expire. But I haven't used any of mine yet. I have 4 weeks. But some of these include all-inclusive resorts. I know there's one in the Dominican Republic that's an all-inclusive resort for up to 6 people for $340. So those are yours whenever you want them. They're amazing deals. You know, I looked into them. At first, I have to admit, I didn't believe it was. It kind of seems too good to be true. I mean, you're only paying $400 to $100, but they're there, and they work, and there have been people that have used them. So that's what you get for your $400. Very easy to make back. what do you get for your $50 a month? You get 3 of those double cashback codes to give away or sell. You get 3 of those every month for your $50, whether you're paying it or not. You get 3 of them. You get $50 a month in restaurants.com. So this is probably the most popular because they're coupons. You can use them here in Indiana. I use mine when I'm traveling to California. I just keep them on my restaurants.com app, and I redeem them every month. They don't expire as long as you redeem them, and then they're there for whenever you want to use them. We have saving packages. These are things that maybe some of you may not use, but other people really will use them. And I tell people, if you actually look into them and you use them, you will save money. It's really impossible for you not to save money. Teledoc is a big one. For those of you like myself who don't have insurance, I don't know if there's any of you here, but this would come in handy for me. Thankfully, I have not had to use it, but this is literally 24/7 access to a doctor. So you sign up, you put your information in there, 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what you need at 3 in the morning, but you can call the doctor and tell him what's wrong with you. He will diagnose you over the phone. He may have you take a picture of something and text it to him, or he'll do Skype, some kind of Skype, so he can see you. And this is not just for you. This is for your entire family. So anyone in your family can use it. So even people with insurance love this because there's no copay. They don't have to go to the doctor's office and wait in the office or anything. They can get through the phone. Doctor calls you back 20 minutes. Your prescription is going to be at CVS. There you go. So it's very easy, very simple. Pharmacy plan is just a plan kind of like an insurance card. I know some people take in the insurance card and the pay to save card, and which one's cheaper. We have people that have saved a lot of money, and just for time's sake, I'm not going to go through that, but just know, I can give you numbers of people that have saved a lot of money. And these people are on insurance, but it still ended up being cheaper. We've got a dental plan through Aetna. And again, these are great things, and even though you're not seeing pictures and things, it's not on here, these are all at your disposal. But we've got a dental plan through Aetna. We have a vision plan, which covers glasses and even covers up to 50% off of LASIK surgery. And then we have a travel portal. Our travel portal, does this thing have a thingy? Oh, so cool. I've never used this. Travel portal is kind of like Priceline or Hotwire, but it's kind of our own pay-to-save travel portal. And we've had a lot of success with it. And then we have our entertainment portal, whether you're going to Vegas or Branson, Missouri, Disney World, you want movie tickets at AMC. And then we have our legal plan. I'm going to like using this. I don't know a whole lot about that, but it's really good, I think. I'm just being honest. Okay, we're going to move on. G4. This is probably the most important slide as you come into the business, because you're going to have 0 overhead if you can reach out to 4 people, share the vision with them, see if they want to come on board. Now, remember, guys, you're not reaching out and you're not trying to sell this to your friends. Please don't do that. I don't want people in this business that don't want to be in it. We're not here to convince them and pull their arm. If they don't see it, we don't want them. The people that are here are people that obviously are looking for something more out of life, and we want them because they see the vision of mobile and app and where this is going to go. But there are people that this is not for them, and that's okay. So I strongly recommend, if you get this and you want to come on board, let us help you reach out to your friends. Use me. I do so many phone calls. I meet with so many people at Starbucks and when I'm here in Panera Bread, because I want to see this $50 go away, so it's completely 0 overhead. You still get the teledoc, you still get the $50 a month, you still get all that, but now you have a completely free business. You're basically reaching out to people and saying, look, I'm thinking about getting involved in this company. Here's a couple links. Would you come to a Tuesday night presentation that Lydia's going to give, and just can you check it out? And people will be likely to check it out with you because you're asking their opinion. Look, I'm thinking about getting involved in this. Or, some people that I've talked to, they'll go to their friends and say, do you want to partner with me? I'm going to do this. Will you do it with me? I want to do this with you. So just so you know, I've never paid that. Some people come in, takes them a couple months to reach out to 4 people, takes them 6 months. Or some people get it in their first 4 days. But I will tell you, the company has recently come up with a new bonus. And if you come on as a brand partner, you have 21 days. Keep in mind, you're paying your $3.99 or your $1.99. You can come in for $1.99, just so you know. We'll talk about that later, but you make a lot more money if you come in at $400. But the company came up with this 21-day challenge or 21-day bonus. So if you can come on board and bring on your 4 people within 21 days, you're going to make roughly around $500 to $600. So that's how much money you're going to make back. So now you've completely made back your $3.99, and you've got money to go on. So just so you know, keep that in mind when you're telling people that is brand new. That was not out when I came on board. There's a lot of new amazing things that have come out since I came on board, but that's okay. I'm not complaining, but just know that $50 doesn't always have to be there. So this is probably one of my favorite things to explain because it's very important. And for those of you that understand compensation plans, glad you guys get comp plans. Just so you know, this company gives 85 cents back on the dollar. Very, very high. The last product company I was in, I got paid 20 cents back on the dollar. I loved the product. I will never go off the product. To this day, I won't. But it really didn't pay me what I think I'm worth. It didn't pay me for the time and the energy that I put in it, okay? So I started Pay to Save thinking, okay, I'll do both. You know, I'll try to do both. Well, then I realized very quickly that my passion was really going to have to go to one thing. And you're probably going to put your time and your passion and your effort towards the thing that pays you more. And when I heard, because I first said no to this, because I thought that I knew. Because a lot of people say N-O before they say K-N-O-W, right? I said no. Took me only 24 hours till I realized this. So when I heard 85 cents back on the dollar, and I heard I don't have to sell a product, and I heard it was mobile, and it was app, and it was free. I mean, those are all things, key things that really got my attention and probably get a lot of people's attention. So I came on board, and think about it. We can give that much back on the dollar because it's an electronic company. It's an app. It's mobile. There's no warehouses. There's no products to sell or ship. You can't really blame these other companies because there's a lot going into having products, and they're amazing products. Most of them are. But they have a lot into the product that they have to charge the high amounts that they do. And by the way, I am for buying products from my friends. Why would you go to Walmart when you can buy makeup and blush your friend? Or why would you buy this if you can buy it for about the same price from your friend? I have to put that out there because I'm a full believer in that. So let's say that you're coming on as a brand partner. You've paid either your $1.99 or your $3.99, and you're going to bring on, your goal is, okay, 4 people. I want to get my $600 bonus or 5 or whatever it is. I want to get rid of my $50 a month, and I want to start what's called coding. When you guys know what that is, you'll know why you get so excited about it. So you're going to bring on your first 3 people. You're going to make 30, 30, and 30. So $90, okay? Then you reach out to one more person, and you're going to get a pay raise. Now you're going to make, and this is all money being paid back from this $3.99. Okay, 80% is getting paid back to the field from this $3.99 package that they're coming in. And remember, we're not giving people, or we are giving someone something back for their $3.99. Okay, we're not, to me, it was good enough to pay the $400 because I got being on the platform to make money. But they have to give you something, and they're giving you a lot for it. So your 4th person, now you've got 4 people. You got a pay raise, your $50 is gone, you got your 4 people, you got your fast tracked in 21 days. But here's what happens. And this is very rare. And me being young, I didn't get this. I didn't know that this was such a rare thing until I talked to all these big-time gurus in the industry who, thank God, are coming over, and they get this. But on that 4th person starts what's called coding. That 4th, 5th, 6th, and so on, they're coded to you. So what happens is, let's say Sally, who's your 4th friend, she goes out and she brings on her first 3 people. You are making 90, 90, and 90. She's making 30, 30, 30. But when her first 3 people go out and they get their first 3 people, you are making 90, 90, 90, 90 to infinity and beyond. And this is only your 4th, okay? These are all coming back up to you. All the first 3s of the first 3s of the first 3s, those are all $90 bills coming up to you. Yes, it's one time, but it's one time forever. So I have people come on that are like, 100 people down. And I see a name pop up, and I made $90. And I don't know who Bill is, but I like Bill because I made $90 from him, and I'll probably find out who Bill is. I want to work with him, and I want to make sure that he's encouraged and he gets his 4 people and gets the bonus or whatever it is. But this is you guys don't understand the magnitude of this. When you're starting a business, and it's new, and you're on the forefront of something, this doesn't stop with your 4th. If you put on a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, however many, those are all 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90 to infinity. And as you go up in the pay plan, you're going to be getting more. Those 120s are going to turn into 150s. And then it's going to be 120s to infinity. And then it's going to be 180 when you bring on a personal. And then it's going to be 150 to infinity. Okay, this is a lot to take in, but here's the deal. This is what I love about Pay to Save. One of the things. There's upfront money to be made, real bill-paying money, and then there's back-end residual. Most of us here today are probably here for the back-end residual. That's why I joined. But in the process, I found out, oh, cool, I can make quite a bit of money up front as well, just building my team. Because, you know, an army of people can do a lot more and can accomplish more than just one person trying to go out and get merchants. So I tell people, build your team. In the process, you're going to have real money in your hands. And if you want, you bring on a family member maybe, or a best friend. Give the $90 back to them. Give the $120 back to them. I mean, some people say, well, I just feel bad making money off my friends. Well, you shouldn't, because you're offering your friends something, you know, in a lifetime. And if you want to bless them, here you go. It costs $400, but I get $120 off you. Here you go. Doesn't make good business sense, but we're going to do that for our family and our friends, just so you know. Here's the difference now. If you come in for 200 versus 4, because a lot of people say, what's the difference? If you come in for 200 on your fourth person, that's going to be 90, and all these 90s are going to turn into 60s. Okay, so it's basically a $30 difference. You don't think $30 really adds up to anything, but in my instance, in 1 year, if I would have come in for 200 versus 4, I would have lost out on $8,000. So it can add up. I didn't know that I would ever make, and that's what I would have lost out on. That's not telling you what I've made, okay? So I'm glad I paid the extra $200 and I came in for $400 because those $30, they're one time, but they're one time forever down, okay? So when you're thinking about coming on board, if you don't care about that, come on board for $199, no problem. If you already have come on for $199, you can upgrade later. So I tell people, you know, when you're starting to add your people, make sure you upgrade before that fourth one, because that fourth one, that's going to make you your money. So let's see what's next here. So recapping, share the app with your friends, get double cash back, income from all purchase transactions, help your church or favorite charity, bring on a merchant, build your team. You can pick and choose the income streams that interest you. So you can do one, or you can do all of them, or you can dabble in all of them. But whatever you want to do, you're going to make money at. It just depends on which one you want to choose, but I would strongly recommend just download the app. See how it works. Use it. Use the savings. And if you want to come into the business, I think you guys have probably got the picture, the importance of building your team, because that's the only reason I'm up here and that I've prospered, because I did that. So mobile is the e-commerce platform of the future. We are a revolutionary concept at the forefront of this movement, and you can be first. You know, this is a slide, you're like, yeah, okay, you can be first. You can be first. You can literally be first. We are that new. The company's only 2 years old. The app has only been out for about 16 months. We're brand new. It's a wide open marketplace. It started in California. This girl brought it here to Indiana, and now I have people in 9 different states that, you know, are starting it here and there and there. So you guys choose what you want to do, but I would just say you're not alone in this. You have an amazing team, a lot of people here in Indiana. But there's so many tools and so many ways for you to be helped, and I appreciate you guys coming tonight, and I think that's it, other than these things. I didn't know this was here, but this is kind of cool. Really quick, we're almost done. I promise I'm not going to keep you much longer. So Todd Strand talks about this, and I like it. I don't know why we put it at the end, but computers in the 80s, not a big deal, but look what happened in the 2000s. And then internet. Internet, not a huge success when it first came out, but now look at it. And then you have Facebook. Facebook didn't do anything in 2004. 2007 is when I came on board, and that's when it started to spike. Okay? And then you have the App Store, right? No one was downloading apps even 6 years ago, 5 years ago. It just wasn't a big deal. But in the last 3 or 4 years, everybody has been downloading apps. Apps are the company to be in. I don't know if they can hear me say that. I forgot that you guys are listening. For those of you that are listening, my number should be on the screen, and you can text me with any of your questions, negative or positive. So, and then you got, we already showed this, but mobile's changing everything, old way, new way. We've already kind of covered this, but this is so true. This is so sad too. Mobile is a new gateway. So I think that's it. No, it's not. This is kind of old stuff, but you guys get it, right? Oh, I have to talk about one thing. I'm not being very professional because we're streaming this, but okay, I got to tell you guys this because I think you guys are the only ones that haven't heard this. So we're going to be opening up into the international marketplace using gaming. This is how we're going to get into, well, international marketplace. So this is pretty exciting because, I've been to 16 countries. I know people in so many countries, and I'm thinking, and I'm friends with them on Facebook too. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, gaming? If we can get this app into people's hands and buy a download of a game, some revenue is streamed up through us. You know how huge that is? I'm not a gamer, but there are millions of people out there that are gamers. So that's going to be something very exciting that's going to be coming on board with Pay to Save, and I'm glad I'm in before it because I'm ready to go with that. So we have our local merchants, Mall Without Walls, our mobile gaming, which is going to open us up into the international marketplaces. We got to really get the United States going first before we do that, but gaming is really what's going to get us into that. So I don't know, you guys don't look excited about that, but I think it's a pretty big deal. So, okay, since you guys understand comp plan, or at least you do, this is how you get your car. Very, very simple. Well, I think it is. I mean, after I got it in 5 months, and I was just doing what I was told, and pretty soon I checked my back office, and I'm like, oh my word, I have numbers for a car. And I remember it was August 30th. It was after our conference, and there's a lot of companies, and my last company, you had to have $32,000 in volume, and it was a binary. By the way, we're not a binary. Okay, we're not two legs. We have a 3x10 matrix, which is awesome because let's say you have one leg completely built with people and you have stuff streaming up through it. They're not going to take away from you because you don't have the other two legs built. They're going to pay you even though you just have that one leg built. The only time that really matters and you want to have all three of your legs pretty built is to get the car. So here's how you get a car. You have to have $2,000 of volume coming up through each line. So only $6,000 total. I think the next is Visalis, and you have to have 12. We only have to have 6. So basically that roughly means about 50 brand partners on each line. And when I made it, I only had 15 of personal brand partners, but I had 150 altogether. And I have my car bonus, and I've made it every month. So that just means $500 towards a car of your choice. They're not going to tell you what to take. You can choose what you want. Families will probably choose a minivan. If you want to do that, that's fine. And then to get $1,000 a month towards a car, you just have to have a person in each line get the car. So that's kind of what I'm working towards now on my team, is to get one person in each of my lines a car. But I shouldn't say it's simple, but comparatively to other companies, it's quite a bit less work. So you guys probably understand that, maybe more than anyone else. $2,000 on each line. Well, now the exciting thing is now that we have this residual coming up from people using the app and people bringing on merchants and different things, I'm seeing for the first time in just the last couple months, my numbers now are not even, which means, they're like 470, 495, and that means that the residual income coming in from the app and people using it, that's counting towards my 2,000 volume. So which means for us, you don't necessarily have to have 50 people on each line, as long as you have volume and money coming up from people using our products, which is really exciting for me because I haven't seen that before. So I shouldn't even say you have to have 50 people on each line because you just have to have that much volume, which is not that hard to get. And then you have a house bonus. So again, you share, people buy, you make money. And gateway to mobile is the next big thing. So I'm going to close it out tonight for our online viewers. And if you have any questions, you can, and you'll probably be watching this when it's not live, you can still feel free to text me. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And have a great, fabulous Pay to Save evening.